Hello, hello. Hello, my lovelies. Happy hump day. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. All right. Thank you guys for coming in and making those hearts fly. I really appreciate you. Who's ready for Diava Smackdown, baby? Here we go. She signs on every day at 4, waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA. Hi, Lady Fox. Hi, OJM. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got bite. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queen. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, Blue. I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard to come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queen. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With Magus in the corner, looking kind of small. As they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diana delivers the end game stunner. She says, oh, look, we have a Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diana's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. Woo-hoo! Yeah, baby. You can get that on Spotify. Diava Smackdown. Available on Spotify. Cool, huh? If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request button and come on up. Everybody else, you're just going to keep those hearts a flying. Let's get up to at least 50K as fast as we can. Sorry, Trump doesn't get credit for a stock market that he crashed. You guys are insane. Oh my God, the stock market's back. Oh my God. Yeah, the one he crashed. No credit. Shouldn't have crashed it in the first place with his market manipulation. I told you, did I tell you yesterday? Did I tell you yesterday? I said if he crashes, if he stops the tariffs again, he's market manipulation because this is the third time. It just nosedives. His millionaire, billionaire friends and his tech bros buy up all the stocks when they're low. And then he's, oh no, I'm going to pause the tariffs. And then boom, it shoots back up and they make more and more and more and more money. I called it yesterday. I called it months ago, or actually a couple months ago when he did it the first time. I'm like, this looks like market manipulation. But now that he's done it like 3 times, it 100% is. Without a doubt. I absolutely did. I was right here. Ask anybody that's in here. I've been here. I do this 7 days a week, every single day. I called it. I knew exactly what it was. But you know what? He did that on the backs of people's retirement accounts. He did that on the backs of everyday Americans who worked hard to contribute money to their 401k. He did this on the backs of everyday Americans, elderly Americans, people that are saving for retirement. Absolutely disgusting. He is literally beyond and beneath the scum of this earth. Just vile. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump supporters only, not even just supporters, but voters. If you voted for Donald Trump, I want to talk to you. So come on up. Let's have a conversation. Don't be scared. Don't hang out in the comment section. The comment section's for Kamala supporters because they're not allowed to request up to the box. So you need to be up here having conversations with me, and Kamala supporters get the box or get the comment section. Of course, in 90 days, he's going to tank the stock market again. He'll be like, okay, I'm putting all these tariffs back on. Everything's going to fucking nosedive. And then he's going to get the backlash, like he did this time, from people going, oh no. And then he's going to swoop in and stop the madness that he created. Get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck all the way off. That is ridiculous. It's what he's doing is criminal. Lee, hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
All right, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 50 in New York.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't love the guy. I'm not really MAGA, but...
yes, you are.
Well, I voted for the lesser of two evils.
What was evil about Kamala Harris?
Abolish the police rhetoric.
She never said it. Show me where she said it in her campaign.
No, she said it before the campaign.
No. I want you to show me in her campaign. I'm not talking about from like 2018 or 20, whatever year you guys find something from. Who's actually currently defunding the police?
Well, no one's defunding the police. I don't like.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, they are. Yeah.
I don't like DEI. I think.
What's wrong with? Can you tell me what's wrong with diversity?
There's nothing wrong with diversity.
What's wrong with equity?
It's a victim mindset.
What's wrong with equity?
It's a meaningless term. No one's against equity, diversity. It's the policies that are assigned to it. Whether it's
no, you have that mixed up with affirmative action. DEI just means everybody's included.
No, it doesn't. It's just another name for affirmative action.
So why do you hate disabled people?
I don't hate disabled.
Why do you want them to be discriminated against?
No one wants that.
Well, that's part of DEI was DEIA. It also helped people that were with disabilities not be discriminated against in the workplace, and not be hired because they have a disability. So why don't you like disabled people?
There's no one hates disabled people. I work on products for disabled actually, but I think we have to look at all policies. Like you can't.
What is DEI? What is DEI? Give me a definition.
It's also a mindset.
No. It also protected women. It protected women from being discriminated against in the workplace of only hiring men. So
against that.
Well, that's what. See, you don't even know what you don't even.
I'll give you a very specific example.
No, I don't want an example.
You just asked me for an example.
I don't. No.
Oh, you changed your mind. Okay.
No, I didn't say that. Did I say give me an example?
You did.
No. What is inherently wrong with DEI?
Quotas.
That's not a quota. That's not DEI. So please, can you tell me what DEI is?
Yes, DEI translates to quotas.
No, it does not. What does DEI stand for?
You know what it stands for.
What is the definition? If you don't know, just say, I don't know.
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
That's the acronym. What does it mean? What is the definition of DEI that you guys want scrapped out of everything?
I want quotas scrapped out.
Okay, that was not quotas. There was nothing about quotas with DEI. So again, you don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so you were talking about retirement. Everyone's screwed out of their retirement. No one's taken all their 401k money out at one time or their IRA.
Does anybody else's neck hurt from that pivot? About got whiplash on that one.
We were literally talking about that before I got up.
Yeah, but I dog walked you on DEI and I gagged you because you couldn't tell me what the definition was, so you moved to fucking retirement accounts.
Do you want me to read you the definition?
Sure.
It's corporate standards, it's government standards, it's a framework.
Yeah, standards, no. Standards to make sure everyone has diversity, equity, and inclusion so people are protected. Has nothing to do with quotas. It's standards that you can't discriminate against people. Oh, the horrors. Oh my God, that must be abolished. That's what you're hanging your hat on? Shoot.
To protect themselves against lawsuits. So every wave of layoffs that corporations do, they make sure that they're protected. It doesn't look like they're favoring one group over the other.
I was frozen for a minute, so I missed the first part of that. I'm sorry. My screen froze for a second. I'm back now, but I couldn't. Can you hear me? Damn it. Am I back? Am I back? I don't know what's happening. Can you guys hear me? Oh my God. I'm completely frozen on TikTok. Oh my God, what is happening? This is so weird. Let me start. I'll have to start over. All right, I had to turn it off. It's freezing up, and I don't know what's happening. So I'm gonna restart. Just give me a second. I literally just restarted my entire phone because I don't know what's happening. Yeah, remember to give a thumbs up on YouTube. I hate this. Maybe I'll go up. Maybe I'll use my backup phone instead of my main phone in case it's something wrong with my phone. Thank you guys. I appreciate your patience. I just feel stupid because I'm like, burp. Why don't we try it on this phone? Usually this is my backup phone, but this seems to have a better Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi, I don't know what the heck was happening. So let's try it on my backup. Thank you guys for your patience. I am not on TikTok right this second. I'm having technical difficulties. I froze up and couldn't unfreeze. All kinds of crazy shit. So I don't know. I'm completely frozen. No. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to come up on my backup. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Just hang tight for me for just a second. Hang tight. Oh my God, this is so annoying. No, I didn't get popped. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm trying to get back on. Give me just a second, guys. Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry. All right. Oh my God, this is driving me crazy. Let's see if it works better this time. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works this time. All right. All right. I think I'm back. I'm having some technical difficulties today, y'all. I'm having some major technical difficulties. So if y'all could come in, I know, right? It kept freezing. I was completely frozen for a long time. I couldn't get it unfrozen. But thank you guys for coming back. If you guys could get those hearts flying so we can get back up on the For You page, I'd really appreciate it. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's been awful. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Kamala, just keep on tapping or patting the screen. Old habits die hard. All right. Let me bring up my backup account. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. This is so weird. I hope this works out better this time. Leprechaun, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm good. I voted in Georgia.
I said, how old are you?
I thought you said, how are you?
No, how old are you?
How old? I'm good. I'm pretty good.
All right. I'll move on. Jesus Christ. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Lord have mercy. Hello again, everybody. Welcome in. Make sure those hearts are flying. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get up on the For You page. I have not hit the For You page yet because the numbers have not jumped. So I've got a little bit more hearts to fly here. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request button. Come on up. I'm good. How are you? Oh, my Lord. I'm not playing the silly games.
You didn't have to kick me when you were asking me how I was doing. Come on, man.
I didn't ask you how you were doing. I said, how old are you?
No, you said how old.
Okay, I'm not playing your stupid game. It's dumb. I'm not doing it. Goodbye. I ask every single person, how old are you because of TikTok terms of service? And then what state did you vote in? That's my question. I'm not playing your games. That's ridiculous. Typical MAGA. Got 2 brain cells, but they ain't touching. Simply the best. Thank you. Yes, I can hold my tongue, but I do not have the ability to control my face. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I should see those hearts flying. Let's get to 50 as quick as we can. As fast as we can get there. The only way we're going to get on the For You page and stay on the For You page is if you guys interact with the live. I need to see hearts flying, gifting, commenting, patting, giving the one in the middle a bloody nose by just don't break your phone. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Leprechaun, I'm not bringing you up a 3rd time. If you're deaf, I'm sorry. If you're here to play games, I'm not interested. Not even a little. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only, so please hit that guest request and come on up. Should I put this up here? I feel like I'm down in the dumpster down there. I don't want to be by that fucker, though. I'm over here. Here we go. There's no debate to be had. I can handle any debate. There's never been a Trump supporter who's ever beat me, not once, because you're too dumb. Number two, if you can't answer a simple question, there is no conversation to be had. I'm not going to repeat every question 94 times because you have a comprehension problem. I'd rather pluck my eyeballs out. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up here and let's chat. I don't care if it sounds like an adult to you. I asked him 3 times, how old are you? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm not doing it. Oh, yeah, we did. Trumpy did the pump and dump today, boy. Pump and dump. Told you yesterday, didn't I? I said, if he holds off the tariffs again, he's manipulating the market, just like he did last time. And I'm like, oh, who was right? Who was right? Who was right? Me. Just to make his tech bros and all those people just make more money. It's criminal. And he caved so hard because he got such backlash. Like, okay, I'll go back to 10% on everybody. China's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, go China. Don't play his stupid games. But what are you going to get when you elect a criminal? They're going to do criminal things, right? Not shocking. But what is shocking and depraved that he did it off the American taxpayers, off their 401ks, their retirement accounts, all of those things from us to give money yet again to the billionaires and millionaires. Oh, I know I have MAGA fans. They come here every day. I think that secretly they want me, but they have no chance. Check the stock market today, honey. You can't give him credit when he broke it in the first place, you fucking dolt. It's gone back up. Yeah, because he crashed it. God, they're so dumb. So colossally fucking stupid. It has to hurt to be that dumb. It's gotta hurt. People lost lots of money. They can't get that money back. They can't make up that money that they lost. Maverick, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
Hell yeah, I voted for Trump.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
31 in Louisiana.
Okay. What do you want to add?
But so they can't get the money back, but stock market's going back up.
Yeah, what do you tell the people that are about to retire and they're missing 50K, 100K from their retirement? That is disgusting. To do that to the American people for your own benefit.
It's going back up.
Are you okay?
No, I just had to make sure my vocal cords were working. That's all. But it's crazy that the stock market's going back up when it went back up for Biden. Biden printed a shit ton of money.
Oh, except for if that was true, then it would have been that true. It would have been true for Trump too, because he printed twice as much money as Joe Biden did. Sorry, you lose.
No. So when did the stock market tank under Biden?
Dude, if you're talking about printing money, Donald Trump printed $8 trillion and Joe Biden spent $4. Joe Biden spent $4 trillion. Trump spent $8 in his first term. Get off Biden's crotch. We're not talking about Biden. We're talking about Trump because Trump spent twice as much as Biden did.
Okay, but
you just said Biden printed money. No, you said Biden. You said Biden printed money.
Again, when the stock market crashed under Biden, that's what I said.
What about Biden?
It's not what about Biden.
What about Biden? We're not talking about Joe Biden.
He printed money. Did Trump print money to raise the economy back up, the stock market back up here recently? Nope.
You are so completely, utterly delusional. No, you literally, dude, you need to go read a fucking book. You need to go read a book, friend. You're not even intelligent enough for me to have a conversation with. Jesus fucking Christ. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Oh my God. This cannot be real life. Like, we have to walk and breathe the same air. Make it go away. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Like, just when you live in an alternate universe, how do you have a conversation with somebody who does not live in reality? You can't. If there's a Trump supporter that wants to come up here, come on up. Oh my God. Liberals are following the mustache man's fascist playbook of fear-mongering and misinformation. Do you see this nonsense when Donald Trump is literally Hitler reincarnate? Oh, they are so... Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Upside down world, upside down brain. Up is down, down is up. They are so completely and utterly devoid of reality. And it's really scary. They're literally insane. What other word do I use to describe it?
Hello.
It is a sickness. Go away. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 31 and I voted in California.
How did you vote for Trump?
I voted Republican, yes ma'am.
You voted for Trump?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. You didn't vote Republican, you voted MAGA.
I voted Republican.
Yeah, you voted MAGA.
That's your personal feeling and I accept it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, what did you want to say?
That prompt is disgusting. You're comparing...
I think you're disgusting. What's the big deal?
To the death of 3,000 innocent American civilians.
Mm-hmm.
Despicable.
Aww.
Answer me this, ma'am. If the 2028 DNC was tomorrow, who would be your candidate to choose?
Why are you asking me that? I don't care.
It's a pretty fun game that I've been playing because the Democrats just can't seem to be on the same page. You want to be about identity politics by the
Nope. It's you guys who play identity politics. It's not us.
Okay, you want to be able to judge a person individually based upon their gender and their terms and pronouns.
It's called respect. It's called respect. It's called respect. If you can change the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America in a snap of your fingers, you can go from calling someone a he to a she. So fuck off with that nonsense. If you're going to be a bigot, turn on your camera. Otherwise, move on to a different subject. I don't allow bigots without showing their face. I'm not joking.
Wow.
question.
So move on to the next. Then move off that topic because you don't have enough followers to turn on your camera, so you can't turn on your camera. So then you're going to pivot to another section, another topic, because you're not going to be a bigot without showing your face.
I don't see how speaking truth makes me a bigot, but okay.
That's not truth. And if you're gonna continue down this line, I'll dump you.
Okay, so a version of truth from the left is being able to change speech and force a way of thinking just because it makes.
And you're still talking about it, so have the day you deserve. I hope you get everything you voted for. I'll move on to the next. I don't play. I don't know if you've not been to my live before, but I don't play. I told you you're not going to be a bigot without turning your camera on, or you got to move on to somebody else. Everybody else, go ahead and make sure those hearts are flying. Let's get up to 150K as quick as we can. Patrick, hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Okay. While he's getting himself together, if you guys want, I do have my payouts in my bio, but I'll put them on the screen for you if you'd like. But Diavatalks is my Cash App Venmo. They're both spelled exactly the same way. Contrary to what everyone says, I do not get paid by the DNC nor George Soros, so I am crowdfunded. So if you want to help support my live, please feel free. It's on the banner right above me. Patrick, you can unmute yourself when you're ready. Patrick, not too long, dude. I'm not going to sit here with dead air for like 10 minutes for you to get your shit together. You got paid 5 cents by George Soros? You were all in, baby? Yeah. Hell yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request and come on up. Patrick, I'm going to give you like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Sorry about that.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
47 in Arkansas.
Okay. What did you want to add to the conversation?
I don't understand what we're arguing about.
I'm not arguing about anything.
Is it just an argument over tariffs, or is it just you just don't like Republicans? I didn't know what the thing here.
My background says these people up here are proof that you don't need to fly planes into buildings to destroy a country.
That's kind of wrong there. A lot of people got killed 9/11 over that.
You have to say unalive. Please use TikTok friendly language.
Say unalive, but
That's okay. Over 500,000 people were unalived under the Trump administration from C-19. So please spare me. Yeah. Oh, you forgot about those. Okay.
I don't need your little shit comments. I tell you that.
I don't give a shit. Do you need me to call you a ambulance?
I can call you a dumb bitch. How's that? And that's all you're doing there. You're just coming up here going, my life sucks, so I gotta fucking complain.
I'm not. What am I complaining about? You're the only one who's emotional. That's why I don't think men are fit to lead. They're far too emotional. Are you running away, Patrick? Patrick? You crashing out on me, bud? Oh man, I thought they used to call us Democrat snowflakes. That would not be. That seems like that was projection at the time, wasn't it? Sounds like that could have been projection. He got a call from his financial advisor. shit, that was funny. Oh my God. If you voted for Donald Trump, you need to hit the guest request button and come on up. All I see is friendlies. Other than Valid Gem, friendlies, please do not request this time. If it's a tapping error, I get it. I'm just trying to get one more Trump supporter up here before I bring anybody else up. Oh, I gotta go check my Cash App. Sorry, I just had one come through. I'm such a meanie. I didn't let him use the K word. Okay, tell Cinderelian or whatever your fucking name is. Oh no, you're getting blocked. You're a bot. You're Russian. Say hi to Vlad. No, that Cyrillian or whatever it is, it has 0 followers and following 0. It's a Russian bot. It's cool. Oh God.
Hey, what's up?
Hey DJ. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Wow, muted from the start.
I didn't do it. I'm looking at my phone. It must have been one of my mods. It wasn't me.
61, Virginia.
Okay. Anywho, what'd you come up here? Because usually you don't want to come up. So you must be coming up to gloat or to say something like, see, do you see the stock market's getting better and getting better?
I have no idea what you just said. I just came up and said you were requesting, and here I am.
Okay. 1 second. Rick C., thank you for the $2 Cash App for the $2 challenge. Rick is challenging everybody watching the live right now to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. It's up there on that little banner, the orange banner. If you want to help support my live and send $2, I'd be eternally grateful. Thank you. All right. So what, and thank you for the challenge, Rick. Are you the one who, Jackson, I'm not begging for money. Someone offered a challenge to everybody in this comment section. So you're just jealous and it doesn't look good on you. No. So are you one of those people that said that, that they weren't coming after Medicaid or Medicare or anything like that? Or food assistance for people?
Yeah, I've absolutely said that, sure.
Okay. Were you aware of the amendments that were voted on Friday for the continuing resolution that the Democrats put forth to be voted on? Are you aware of some of those? Or do you even know what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I know the budget is still going through the Congress. I mean, they haven't settled on anything yet. Okay, can I just tell you? Oh, I'm stuck in the corner. Here we go. I'm going to cover Thin Lips McGee up here. Let me see if these ring a bell too. Just I really want you to pay attention to this, okay? Because I looked up the continuing resolution. I did my homework earlier today. Are these things that have been passed?
These are things on Friday night that the Democrats put forth as amendments that the Republicans voted against and shut down.
As amendments to the budget that currently is not passed, correct?
It has passed. It's already passed the House. It's passed the Senate, and since the Senate made some amendments, it's going back to the House to be voted on. Okay, can you please can you follow my line of logic instead of trying to figure out where I'm going? Just follow my questions, okay? Amendment 21, the Senate Amendment 2152, to provide tax relief for the middle class. Democrats all voted yes. Republicans voted no. Okay, tax cut.
Tax relief plan is already in place.
It's to add tax relief for middle class. Okay. Voted down. Next one, Senate admin. You can look them up. Senate admin 2177. To establish a neutral a deficit neutral reserve fund relating to access to health care, which may include legislation preventing reduction in funding for Medicaid that could lead to benefit cuts, coverage loss, or slash provided payments. Democrats all voted yes. Republicans voted it down. So obviously they would have protected Medicaid if they weren't going to be cutting it. So we already know that there. Number three, the next one. Amendment 1529 to preserve access to Social Security's phone service. So elderly people and disabled people can call in by phone. And Democrats voted yes, and Republicans voted no to keep the fucking phone service to the Social Security office. Okay. Man, Republicans sure hate the American people. 1661. To create a point of order against legislation that defunds essential services for children, families, and seniors, including programs that feed hungry seniors like Meals on Wheels, Head Start, and other child care assistance that allows parents to work and pay their bills, and programs that keep children safe from abuse and neglect to give massive tax cuts to billionaires. Failed in the vote. Republicans dumped it down to say fucking Meals on Wheels and Head Start.
So are you saying Meals on Wheels has been eliminated?
That was amendment to preserve for those things not to get cut. And they all voted against it, which means it's on the chopping block. So then Amendment
Yes or no?
Amendment 1693 to establish a deficit neutral reserve.
You're acting like these are things that are being implemented.
I didn't say that. Right, they're not being implemented, which means the Republicans voted them down. They're not going to be part of the continuing resolution. They were voted against by the Republicans. I'll move on. 1693 to establish a deficit neutral reserve fund relating to preventing a reduction in Medicaid funding that could lead to rural hospital closures, cost increases for individuals with other kinds of insurance, or higher rates of uncompensated care. Voted down by the Republicans.
I'm still unclear as to what you're trying to prove. These are not things that are being implemented. These are things that were proposed as amendments. The total total budget hasn't even been finished yet, and you're acting like the Republicans are cutting things already. Nothing has been cut.
Dude. Right? These were amendments to protect these things, protect Medicaid, protect children, protect Meals on Wheels, and they voted against it.
Is there a proposal that cuts?
Oh my fuck, Val, you want to try?
No, ma'am.
No, but I understand DJ's tactic here because it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened in his mind. Okay?
The vote's over, though. They already voted it down.
DJ, what you're not understanding is all these resolutions were put in place and asked for to protect those where this man could not cut those without, these are protected. These items are protected. And they would not protect those items.
Exactly.
Now, when the government says we're not going to protect something, this means it's up for grabs and it can be cut. When you've got a man that is trying to find $4.1 trillion to get his tax cuts passed, this is a problem.
You're speculating.
That is not speculation.
So the cost of his tax plan is well known. There's no speculation there.
Okay, next one. Okay, I'll come.
Can I ask you, DJ, if you and I were married and I said to you, thinking about having an affair, what would your response be as your partner?
Obviously, I would be against that.
Would you wait for me to have the affair? Or would you tell me in advance not to have the affair?
horrible analogy that is. That's a horrible analogy. I mean,
No.
you
If
know,
you
you're
knew
saying,
that
how does
I,
pass a law that specifically states we cannot cut this,
DJ,
this, and that?
DJ, I know it's hard for you to actually have dialogue with women that are intelligent, but I'm going to play this game with you because generally I don't waste my breath on you at all in any live that you're in because basically you're a waste of time. But I'm literally trying to make you see this from a perspective of what's happening to the American people and our allies. If you know in advance that something dastardly is about to happen, you would have what? Now, what is that called? If I tell you I'm going to do something, you would have a
Plan was
a reaction to it, right? A reaction. But if I don't do anything as your partner, even though I knew you had planned to have an affair, and I waited until said affair occurred, that would be what?
Am I frozen or is he just not answering?
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make is you can either be proactive and stop things from happening or be reactive the way you're doing it. And DJ, with everything that you say in every single live, is you literally, thank you, Dr. Keisha, proactive versus reactive, preactive versus reactive. See, this is the problem with MAGA, is MAGA keeps saying in their brain, well, it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. We don't know what's going to happen. We have to give it time. We have to wait and see. No, we don't. We already know what this administration is doing, what this administration has done, and what this administration is willing to do that brings harm to the American people. We don't need to wait anymore. We don't need to be reactive anymore. We as an American citizen, we as an American voter, we as an American Congress, we as an American people need to unite and be proactive against the things that are harming the American people, that are harming the American economy, that are harming the relationships with our allies. And the problem with people like you, DJ, is you come into every one of these lives and you say, we don't know. We do know they're going after Medicaid. We do know they're going after Social Security.
It's in the continuing resolution.
We do know they're harming education. We do know that they're harming the American economy. We know that already. There's no fucking mystery here. That's the problem with MAGA, is that you're waiting until the fucking floor falls out before you call 911. When we're telling you that the beams are rotten, the frickin' standards of living have gone into the toilet, and you're going, well, we're going to wait to see if the floor actually collapses. And then we're going to send the help in. Oh, wait, they cut the help. So no help will be coming. Kind of like the people in Kentucky right now that are underwater, right? Kind of like that. Kind of like the people of North Carolina who still haven't received the needs that they needed to protect them. No, they're not getting it. All the cuts to FEMA, you know, the federal emergency aid that we need to help against all of the issues that we've witnessed with hurricanes and tornadoes and earthquakes and fires that they're pulling out from under people. That's what MAGA does, is they wait until the crisis is full throttle, and then they go, wait a minute, why did that happen? Why did that happen to the American people? Well, we witnessed it, and I want to tell you, DJ, you know it already.
Yep.
I have listened to this man in every single live deny what's actually happening right in front of his face. And he is one of the most pathetic, disrespectful men on this app, and he will continue to hold the jock of a man who is corrupt, criminal, and devastating our economy and the healthcare system of our country.
Yep. And did you want to respond, DJ? Because apparently you got a phone call.
I'm back. I mean, it doesn't matter what I'm going to respond. I mean, she's just going to cut me off and you know, it's going to cut off in the middle. I mean, again, my point being is that you guys, you talk about me coming on every live.
DJ, the whole point of what she said Was it the Democrats were trying to be proactive? If they say they're not cutting Medicaid and they're not cutting services and they're not cutting anything with Social Security, then why wouldn't they have voted to protect it?
Because those words that you spoke, ma'am, were extremely broad strokes.
No, they're not broad strokes.
Oh, come on.
They are not broad strokes. No, actually, no. They were actually well thought out, well put together to answer the question that everybody.
Why doesn't she give any more details than that, Val?
I'm not reading the whole bill to you. I'm reading the summary.
If you want to. These were actually well thought out amendments to this to make sure that the President of the United States could not go after these programs. And they voted against each and every one of them. This is the problem, DJ. You don't get it. DJ, 3 months ago, we had hold on, DJ, stop right there. 3 months ago, we had a discussion about specifically North Carolina. Do you remember that discussion, DJ?
No, I don't, Val. I don't.
Let me help you out, DJ. You told me that it was all Biden's fault. They only got $750 fees. You also told me, and when I referred back to you, that it's the Congress's fault because the Congress had to come in and actually get you.
You did have this conversation with me.
Yes, I did, DJ. Yes, I did, DJ. And I even had it in. I can even tell you what live it is, DJ.
You can bring up the daggone manuscript. I don't care.
In fact, I can even tell you what live it is, but DJ. I told you then that Congress came in and passed those funds, the extra funds that North Carolina needed. They came in and passed those funds under the Biden administration. Now that they need those funds and they're ready to start to rebuild, who cut those funds?
Oh, I'm guessing it was Donald Trump, Val.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay? This is the issue that you're not understanding. Even
I understand plenty,
out
Val.
like they were supposed to, even though things worked out like they were supposed to under the Biden administration, and North Carolina received its funds, or was supposed to receive its funds, this man came in and cut them. And you know what's even funnier? He did that his first term in North Carolina. These are the things that are going on, DJ, that we are highly upset about. The manipulation of the stock market today. How do you feel about that?
So none of these things that you're talking about happened under Biden. Everything was perfect under Biden. Is that what you're
I
trying to say?
never said everything was perfect under Biden. Those words have never left my mouth.
Oh, he's a boomer.
You said that Biden solved the border
DJ, be
crisis.
quiet. Be quiet for a minute. I get this. I'm just going to say this. I get this with my parents. I swear to God. When you try to tell them something is happening, like this is what happened to me, like, oh, I guess I was just such a bad parent and you're so perfect. That's the energy I'm getting from DJ. Like, oh, Biden was so perfect. No one said Biden was perfect, but he didn't fucking manipulate the stock market, crash it over and over again just to hold back on the tariffs because, you know, come on. Come on.
What happened today
Was criminal.
Tell me what happened today, Val.
Anybody in this country that would have done what the President of the United States in this country did this morning and today would be in prison.
Tell me what he
That
did.
that ass Martha Stewart.
Tell me what he did.
He did it last time. It tanked the stock market when he said he was doing the tariffs. Everything nosedived. And then right before they were going into effect, okay, I'll put a pause for 30 days. I'll put a pause for 30 days. This time a pause for 90 days after epic crashing, people losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in their retirement accounts. And he's like, okay.
No, this is way worse than that.
He caved.
This is way worse than that.
Oh, I know. I'm simplifying it, but
At 9:37 this morning, he put a true social out as today is a good day to buy.
he sure did.
3 hours later, he announces holding up the tariffs for 90 days, except on China.
Yep.
And then suddenly, the market rebounds 2,700 points.
Stock manipulation.
Hold on a second. Here's the worst part about that, sir. Do you know what volume is in the stock market?
Buys and sells.
No, right. And how many people buy and sell, right? the volume was incredibly low.
So what does that mean now?
That is stock manipulation.
Tech bros,
101,
billionaires,
sir.
millionaires that can afford to buy it.
This man came out on Truth Social, left a message basically that today's the day to buy. The stock market, and then 4 hours later, manipulates the market for those people.
And their stocks climb way up that they just bought low.
Okay. What
I
about
want you to tell me a single American president in our history that told anybody in this country when it was a good time to buy in the stock market. Oh, wait.
where did the stock market end up for the day, Val?
It doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with it. Nothing. That has nothing to do with his manipulating the stock market. Nothing.
Determining what has to do with the point that I'm trying to make. If you just listen instead of jumping in.
No, sir. This is a short buy. So what's going to happen is this is going to be a buy and dump. The minute
Pump and dump.
The minute they make the money back that they want to make back, they're going to dump these stocks again, and we're going to crash again.
Yep.
This is what happens with this type of manipulation, and that's why it's illegal.
So if the stock market was up 2,700 points today, did everybody pretty much gain on that?
No.
Oh, they didn't.
There was low volume.
When it dropped 2,500, they didn't gain money back when it went up 2,500.
You not get it.
He doesn't.
By the way, we are still down $6 trillion. So it ain't like it's a total bounce back. So first off,
Sir, I didn't say that it was.
okay, so first off there, no sir, you don't get it. What's going to happen here is, and mark my words, DJ, what's going to happen is this 2,700 bounce is going to last 3 to 4 days. And then it's going to drop off again because they're going to figure, okay, this is about the peak, and they're going to dump all those stocks again, and we're going to drop again.
Yep.
This is market manipulation, DJ, and it was produced by our president. This should have not just Republican or Democrat. I don't care what you are. This should have pissed you off.
Okay. So the tariffs and everything that you did, was that market manipulation? And when the market started dropping, was that market manipulation as well?
Excuse me, no, that was a self-inflicted wound.
He announced tariffs on the whole fucking world.
When it goes down, it's Trump being an idiot.
He announced tariffs on the whole world.
Hold on, sir. You know what? Hold on. Let's go down your line of logic.
What?
So let's say I want to bust the market to help my friends out. Let's announce that we're going to put the tariffs on Tuesday, April. Hold on. Let's announce we're going to. Hold on, sir. Because you wanted the case. I'm going to give you the case. If you want the case, I'm going to give you the case. Here's how it's going to go down. Hey, I had the capability of saying that I'm going to put on tariffs for 4 days, drop the market down to almost, you know what I'm saying, to 13%, lose 13% in the market. And then at the end of when around 13%, because we don't want it to get to 15%, because 15% is a threshold of depression. So if we don't want that to happen. So right at 13%, I'm going to take away most of all those tariffs, and then the market's going to come back up. But I'm going to tell all my friends when I'm going to announce this on my Truth Social. That's how the case is going to go down, DJ. When this is all over, said and done with, that is how this case is going to go down. This was anybody, I don't care who you are, that has any regard to this subject and what happened today as positive for the American people has lost their damn mind.
And can I just add to that real quick? Because the guy, the head of the economic trade for Trump, the guy that's the head administrator, was testifying in Congress today how all these tariffs are going to work for the American people, how we're going to make money, how they're a good thing. In the middle of his testimony, he gets the tweet that Trump just put a pause on all the tariffs, making a complete fucking fool. And that guy, they asked him, like, did he not talk to you? Have you not talked to POTUS? Did he not tell you he was going to pause the tariffs? Because this guy's up here stumping in front of Congress, had no idea that he was going to pause the tariffs. This guy's up there trying to make all kinds of spinning shit to the Congress. And he found out via tweet.
And I also want to know, and I want Congress to find this out. I want to know who purchased those stocks today prior to that announcement. Because I bet what we're going to find out, and I bet my entire wealth on it.
Yep.
That what we're going to find out is it was mainly oligarchs
and Congress people.
His ultra wealthy backing.
MTG said she did.
Are we done?
Marjorie Three Toes already said she did.
Do I get to respond now?
Yep.
Or are you guys finished?
Yep, go for it. Oh, actually, really quick, before you do, can I just say a couple thank yous really quick, just because I don't want it to be too long.
You're loud.
Yeah.
What you want.
Justin, thank you for the $1 for the Venmo. Just read the Save Act. This is scary as hell. Why is it blaming illegals in the bill as if they don't already have to provide proof of citizenship to vote and obtain a driver's license? I get you. It's redundant. It's already a law. They can't vote. Mitchell, thank you for the $2. I admire your strength and determination for what's right. Thank you so much, Mitchell. Twilight Love Goddess, thank you for the $2. Can we vote to shun DJ from here on out?
Feel free.
Thank you guys for the support.
Boot me right now. I really don't care.
No, go ahead. I want you to respond.
Well, because you guys know that I'm not falling for this. You guys know that.
Falling for what? We're not trying to trick you. We're telling you what happened.
Live on speculation and fear.
How is that speculation when he literally was testifying in Congress today? Everything I just told you was factual. Go look at C-SPAN. Go watch it.
Are you going to let me talk, ma'am?
Well, you're accusing me of being speculating, and I told you what happened in Congress today. That's not speculation.
You absolutely are speculating. Because when Trump put the tariffs on, he's the horrible guy. When Trump takes the tariff off, he's the horrible guy. When the stock market goes up, it's Trump.
Jesus fucking Christ. You cannot be this dense.
You guys have a problem with everything.
DJ, you think it's just me?
I literally just told you what happened in Congress today, and you still told me I was speculating.
I have a lot of respect for you, Val. I used to have a lot of
You
respect.
think it's just me, DJ?
No, what I think is that you
Oh
make
my
your
God.
a lot. You do
You
whatever.
think it's just me, DJ?
Let me ask you this.
You think it's just me? Hold on, DJ.
Val.
This story about the stock manipulation has been covered by already
Hold on.
CNBC.
I'm going to put you on the big screen.
It's already been covered by CNBC, Forbes, and every financial paper out there. USA Today already has a story on this, sir. It's not just me.
They're all big traditional fans.
Of course, it's not Trump. They have to be wrong.
Who does Forbes back, sir?
My God, you are so brainwashed.
I'm the one that's brave.
Who does Forbes back, DJ?
You are so deep. It's like you don't drink the Kool-Aid. You've gone to just mainline in that shit. Because I don't know how anybody can defend this. Like it's so unconscionable to me.
What is there to defend? You're asking me to defend things that have not happened.
I told you what happened.
DJ, here, let me read this for you. This was from CNBC at 9:37 a.m. Eastern Time. This was minutes after the market opened. 9:37 a.m. Eastern Time. He announced today, this is a great time to buy in capital letters.
Okay, so what is your point?
He's manipulating the market.
Oh my goodness gracious! What if he told you today was a good day to sell, would he have been manipulating the market?
And if he announced that he's bringing tariffs at 3 hours after that,
Exactly.
yes.
You don't think that the president of the United States, okay, the one who was taking nothing but crap about...
He's a fucking dipshit, dumbass, stupid motherfucker.
Please shut up for just 30 seconds, woman.
Oh, did you just call me a woman?
Would you rather me call you a man?
That will end you.
Fucking misogynist. No wonder you voted for him.
No, I mean, I don't understand why this is so hard for people like DJ to get.
Because they cannot think that Donald Trump is doing anything wrong. They cannot admit to themselves that he's a colossal piece of shit. They cannot admit to themselves that he's doing this on purpose. They can't admit to himself that he's not a good person.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get this out. Your answer to your second question, DJ, yes, it would still be stock manipulation. If he were to come out and say, it's a good day to sell, and then 3 hours later announce that he's putting tariffs back on everybody again, that would absolutely be stock manipulation and considered, by law, sir, insider trading.
These people are going to need to be deprogrammed. It's insane.
I've told everybody this in the past from the person that wanted to say
There's a lot of things out here like that. Right they own skin.
I don't know what that was.
There's for the person that wrote, and I knew Pelosi was going to come up right. I have said from the beginning of me being on this app, and that story came out about her husband.
Yep.
If it was ever proven that she gave information to her husband, and I don't doubt that could be. I don't believe that
She could go.
trading in stocks. She can get the hell out too.
Yep.
Okay, insider trading is wrong. Stock manipulation is wrong. I mean, you can get her for insider trading, but you damn sure can't get her for stock manipulation.
Right. I mean, if she did something illegal, lock her up too. I don't care. We don't coddle ours. We hold ours responsible. Nadine, thank you for the $5 Venmo. Thank you for the facts each day. So appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate your support, Nadine. Thank you. Did you hear that Kash Patel was quietly removed as the acting ATF director?
Yeah, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? That's really not the story. He shouldn't be the director of both, you know.
No. Oh, no, I know. They just do things in secret. Like, we're just going to do that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I don't care either way. Yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only for about another 40 minutes. And then I'll bring up friendlies. Yeah, I mean, he's still head of the FBI, but if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. There's 1,000 people in here. I know that there's not 1,000 just Harris supporters in here. So if you voted for Donald Trump, we would like to have a chat with you. I just got clapped. This is so fucking stupid. For bullying and harassing. Probably, DJ. Oh my God. This is so stupid. I'll submit an appeal. Let's see how it goes.
Mr. Tree.
Oops, sorry. Go here.
Mr. Trade.
Otherwise, I'll go up on my 2.0. Oh shoot! What in the heck? I did not mean to go
Okay,
there.
Jesse, I just fixed it.
I'm
Hopefully
so sorry. I
this
can't
conference
back
is
out. I'm trying to get out of this screen.
Are you aware that the tariffs have been paused? Is it a girl?
What the hell is happening? Okay. All right, my appeal's been submitted. We'll see if I win my appeal. We'll see how that goes. I got a 24-hour ban. I'm reappealing it to see if I can win it. If not, I'll go up on my 2.0. Let's see if I get my appeal. Anyway, how y'all doing today? Lolo on YouTube here says, I'll never forget one of the first times DJ came on and explained how his dad was the top state police for Virginia and he voted for the FOTUS and still is the most loyal good boy. Oh my God. That tracks though. I'm waiting to, I got clapped for 24 hours. I'll come up on my backup if I don't win the appeal, but I've hit the appeal. So let's see if I get it. Y'all, if anybody comes in, ask where I'm at. I'll be right back. I'm just going to run to the bathroom since I have to wait to get the answer for the appeal. I don't remember shit. I talk to so many people and have so many conversations. I don't know. I've seen him on Zeus's live so many times. I can't keep up. All right. I'm back. Let's see if the appeal decision came in. Appeal approved. I get to go back live right now. Yay! Suckers can't keep me down. I know I'm being completely silly, but I get to go back live, and he can't be a little pussy pants. Can't stand the heat. Stay out of the kitchen. Isn't that what they say? And I'm back, baby. I'm back live, baby. I won my appeal. Nanny, nanny, fucking boo boo. Nanny, nanny, boo boo. I won my appeal. Ugh, these boxes just drive me nuts. Oh well. There we go. Ah! Fuck it. I ain't doing it again. Okay, of course now the circle comes back. Hell yeah. All hail Queen Diava. No, I'm just kidding. I won my appeal pretty quick. Oh my God, I hate this box. Okay, forget it. I don't care. I'm just going over here. I can't make myself any bigger. All right, y'all just keep making those hearts fly. Let's get to 150K as quick as we can. Quick as we can. Quick as we can. If anybody sees DJ come in, delete, mute him. Block him. Block him. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Anyway, I won my appeal. I'm good. We are good. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Yeah, someone got in their fifis. All these emotional men. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request button and come on up. Let me bring up my backup account and we'll get into it. Looks like we've already hit the For You page. So if you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. If you guys see DJ, block him, mods. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Of course. Yes. All right. TDS host. Now you have Trump devotion syndrome. That's very dangerous. You are the ones who suffer from TDS. That would not be us. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request button and come on up. Let's go. Rally guy, I invited you up. If you do not come up, you are going to be muted in the comment section because the comment section is for Kamala supporters because they are not allowed up here. So you need to request up and you're going to get muted. You should not be in the comment section. You should be in the guest request box asking to come up and talk to me. All right, let's see how many followers you have. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm voting for Trump.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
58 years old and I'm in Georgia.
Okay. Are you cool with what's happening right now?
Yes, I am. Trump's doing a great job.
Oh, well,
That's
what is he doing that's great?
He's getting rid of the trash. He's emptying the swamp. That's what he's doing. You know how many billions of dollars there is wasted in this country? The taxpayers pay. You don't understand, woman.
Oh, I get woman. I know why you voted for him. You're a misogynist. You're calling me woman.
What? And y'all think he's doing a bad job? That's why Elon Musk is with him. They draining the swamp of the. We shouldn't be in all this what we owe in this country. It's because
Are we being punked? Y'all look at my screen, y'all.
Being what? Being plump on what? I voted for him to do this, and he's doing a great job. Get rid of the trash.
What trash? Human beings aren't trash, by the way.
Well, let me tell you something. The trash that stole all the money, and he's still fighting.
What trash? Are you calling people trash?
Well, what you call people? What you call people that's in the government that's stealing money?
You mean like Donald Trump and Elon Musk are?
They ain't stealing no money. They finding the people that done this. He's doing a great job.
Do you really believe this?
Want just to go on and go on and go on and China attacks the U.S. for not paying their debt.
What?
That's what's going to really happen.
What?
You know what? You know all our debt belongs to China, right?
Maria, thank you for subscribing. All the debt belongs to China.
We borrowed money from China to keep this country up. That's where all the debt was. But he's getting rid of all the nonsense stuff we don't need.
Like what?
Like what? You see this countries that we send money to?
No, what? Wayne, like what waste, fraud, and abuse are they finding? Like, what are they finding? Because they produce no receipts.
What you mean? They don't have to produce receipts.
Yes, they do.
Hey, Diava, before you continue in this this might be one of the largest dolphins I've ever seen on this app.
Oh.
Call me a dolphin. He's doing a great job.
Okay. I'm going to give you one word of advice, Wayne. Stop following young girls. Ugh.
That explains why he Donald Trump.
Suffering succotash. That's all I can think of.
I was just gonna say, life is like a box of chocolates until you get a nut and your tooth falls out.
God damn.
This guy's so bold, I didn't even have to go to his following list. He does duet videos with him on his own.
Oh. A dolphin is someone who on TikTok who follows a lot of young women. And they're usually his age. Okay, y'all, we're in a sub wave. I need 3 more subs in the next 12 minutes. So if you would like to subscribe, you get access to the cool emotes and you get priority in the box when it's time to talk to friendlies. I do have my live gift goal up there if you want to help support my live. And I do have my Cash App and Venmo. And really quick, before I got my very, 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 very temporary timeout for a hot minute, I did have a couple Cash App and Venmos that came in. So I do need to say thank you real quick. I put up on the banner up there if you want to help. My Cash App and Venmo are spelled exactly the same way. I need to say thank you to Delilah for the $2 Cash App, Anna for the $10 Cash App. Anna said, thank you for all the work you do. Thank you. And Delilah said he's going to keep doing it because he's 100% con man. Yeah, that's true. He is. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, somebody sent a subscription. Thank you, whoever sent the subscription. I appreciate it. 2 teeth and a bologna sandwich. I could just see like the spit. coming out of his mouth and like hitting his screen. His screen must have been covered. So gross.
You literally said what I was going to say. You could hear the sticky white spit when he was talking, string between his lips.
I know. I was like, grody mody. Let's see if we can get to 100K, guys. Let's see if we can get to 100K. I see it's on my backup. Trump is looking after the poor. Oh, please. You've got to be shitting me. Again, someone who lives in an upside down world. The Diamond, did you vote for Trump?
Not anymore, Suki succeeds. You're not eating anymore. You're putting that sandwich down.
If you voted for Donald Trump, you should be in the guest request box. Please only request if you're voted for Trump. Yes, we can't. It needs to be muted if they're not going to come up. Lorraine? Yeah. Okay.
Or they were peeing.
I'm just gonna say shower. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Oh. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Oh my goodness.
DJ was looking at his page. He goes, "Whoa, now that guy's page was crazy." It's like, yeah.
Well, thank you, Jeanette. Oh, these are some pathetic hearts. I know with 717 people in here, hearts should be flying by our boxes. Flying like this. And I'm doing that with one finger. Imagine what 719 people could do. Let's tap that screen. Let's go. Let's get it to 110,000 in the next minute. Let's do this. Share the live. Hit the little arrow below Diavatalks 2.0. Also, you have her Diavatalks logo up there for her Cash App and her Venmo. She has her gift goals on. She's received 1 out of 10. Her subscriptions are 3 out of 5. Let's hit those goals. Let's do this. And yes, Val and I do have our gift information in our bios. Thank you.
All right. Sharon, you are not connecting. Yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Reb, box up or you're going to get muted. Trump supporters should not be commenting in the comment section. They should be requesting to come up and have a conversation. The comment section is for Kamala supporters. Trump supporters are supposed to be in the guest request box. Let's go.
Did my taxes today and found out that I overpaid taxes by $1,586 last year.
Nice.
That was quite a nice prize because I'm getting that back.
That could go through some. That could help with all your payments for all your repairs you've had to do.
Girl, I am so in debt on this house. This last year is crazy. I have no words. The year I had last year, no words at all.
We thought 2025 was going to be better.
You don't even know. Val knows a little, but you don't even know half the shit I've been going through. So
I'm sorry.
It's just
Sharon, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Bunny, thank you for sending 5 subscriptions. Thank you. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Sorry. I did not, and I didn't mean to request.
Oh, no worries. Thank you. It's okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tapping the screen. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That was so incredibly generous of you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. We got a first round bonus. Whoop, whoop. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the gas request button. Blue Granny, I'm going to have to sell my house if I lose my Social Security. Oof.
oh no. Well, why don't you rent out some of those rooms, Granny? You said you have a large house. Rent out some rooms. Create a community, babe.
Right? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Jeanette, thank you for the star map. Like, if my parents lose their Social Security, I can't afford to pay their bills.
People are going to have to live together. That's what's going to happen. I'm not kidding.
They can go live. They can go live with my brother because they are not coming here.
I already had a conversation with my youngest son because I knew something was up because he lives in area in LA where he went to med school, and his roommate just informed him that he's going to be moving out of state, and he just got married, and so we were talking, and I'm like, dude, you need to come home. You need to come home. I know you don't want to come home. You're an adult, but it's going to take all of us working collaboratively together to protect one another. And you can find work in Sacramento. You can find, you can go to school. And they just think that they want to do it on their own. And the truth of the matter is
in normal times that'd be fine, but yeah.
Yeah, but we know this. We know that with recessions comes the need to collaborate. No one gets out of this unscathed. No one.
Right. Unless you're really wealthy. Otherwise, you're not going to get out of it unscathed. Well, my parents can go live with my MAGA brother because not moving in with me. My house isn't big enough. I don't have a single spare bedroom. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up.
Yeah, I mean, if God forbid something happens to my mom, that's the very first thing I would do is I'd be looking for a renter to take her room because we're falling on hard times. Y'all, this is just the beginning. You guys think this little event that happened today is going to protect the economy? We lost $11 trillion. This is not a gain today. This is a recovery mode. If you have not seen my video on my main page, go look at it. This is recovery mode. We are recovering losses, and we do not have gains until we pass the marker we were already at.
Exactly.
And even then, you never get that money back. It's gone. It's lost.
Oh, this was 100% stock manipulation. I said that yesterday. I said if he stops these tariffs for the second or third time, it's 100% market manipulation. It's sure as shit. Somebody asked me a question. I got to back up and go see. Yeah, but what are your parents thinking about them coming after the Social Security? They don't believe it. They don't believe it. They're like, no. Complete, utter la-la land. They don't believe anything.
I'm going to say it here, and I want everybody to listen to me. What you're witnessing right now is called a bloated market. You don't have to believe me. Just look it up. It's called a bloated market. It's when all the rich people go out and they try to lift up what he crumbled, and they're going to try and make it look good to give people the interest in going out and spending money or going out and doing something. But the truth of the matter is, the only way we get this administration to stop the harm that they're doing is to stop spending, stop buying. You should only be buying what you absolutely need for you and your children, not your wants, your needs. You should stop spending money. I'm going to tell you right now, go look up what bloated market looks like.
Why would I not let them live with me? What if something happened to your brother? They voted for it. I've been warning them. They voted for it. They don't give a fuck. So I don't have room. I have a 1,200 square foot house. That's it. I have a very small, modest house. The 3 bedrooms I have are occupied. Where am I going to put them? On the couch?
Don't they own their home though?
They got a second mortgage, or they refinanced or something on their house. So they have like $800,000 payment. Nope. So I mean, like I don't know what to tell you. So I've tried. I can't, I know those sheds in Florida. We can't have a shed in my backyard for my parents to live in. It would blow over with the next hurricane. We can't do like sheds and like little things out back because we have a hurricane. It'll blow my parents over.
What about a hammock? What about a hammock? You could just do like double hammocks, and then when the wind blows, it'll just twirl.
But hey, my brother's only 2 years older than me. He'll be fine. I'm in Central Florida. So it's like, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I've been trying to warn my parents about what was coming. I've been trying to warn and talk to them, and they just call me a fear mongering libtard and all this kind of stuff. So fine. This liberal ain't gonna house you. And I've started my garden.
How is it that Val hasn't said a word and he has more coins than me? It's always fascinating.
I did speak.
No, you spoke before we took a break. I'm just messing with you anyway. Hey, by the way, I heard you in Mishy's live today with that nutty guy regarding C19. You know, the one whose hair ran away from his head and went to his chin.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it didn't want to be around that brain that was so corroded with YouTube information. So between that person and the person Annie that was on Zeus's live today.
Oh, Annie, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, do you see the resurgence of this disinformation with regards to C19?
Yep.
You know why? In his speech today, he went after China again and blamed China for C19.
Of course.
Did you hear that today?
No.
So, yeah, he literally said it again. And so the thing that I'm hearing repeatedly in lives when I sit back and just listen to the nuttiness is how he's reformatted the exact same crap from his first term, and he's now using it again, like the asylum comment. Like they're letting all the crazies out of the asylum, because that's really what he thinks seeking asylum is. And then there's the comment about C19. Well, what he's really saying is China's not playing my game. China's holding me accountable. Therefore, we're going to attack China. Well, I hope everybody in here recognizes the fact that China makes 99.9% of everything in your household. So keep letting this person talk about China, because when China gets really tired of his shit, they'll just stop producing. They'll just stop producing for the U.S. That includes medication, by the way.
And that's what I've been saying all the way around. You know what I'm saying all the way around. And I mean, I get why he's mad because
Thank you, Lori.
They played him like a fiddle.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the problem with Trump. It gets played like a fiddle. He keeps doing all this stuff. They know what's coming. These aren't dumb people.
Nope.
So they waited, and then they fired back by selling $500 billion worth of treasury bonds, U.S. treasury bonds. Yeah, that worked out for us well. Destabilized the bond market. Yeah, but he woke up.
Diavatalks, you have a stalker.
I got it.
In your name.
I got it. I was taking a picture of my screenshot so I can report it to TikTok. And I'm blocking. They're using, it says Diavatalks 2, not 2.0, so that's not me. I'm just.
Not only did he destabilize the stock market, he has successfully destabilized the bond market as well. This is not it.
Did you hear him in his press conference before he met with NASCAR and he tried to say that the bond market was doing great? See, this is the problem. And then, oh my God, I don't know if you guys heard the people that were asking the questions. Did you hear those softball questions that were asked? And then he literally went after reporter? Did you hear him?
No, I
No.
actually didn't watch it.
Oh my God, you guys. So when he came out, he was supposed to be greeting the NASCAR people. And instead, he decided to take questions real quick. Every one of the people that they chose to speak was a softball question. And one of the questions that one of these reporters who sounded like he was 12 and lost, he literally said, how come when Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi were talking about tariffs, you know, the Democrat elites, this is a reporter, which is why you know it's not a real reporter.
Democrat elites.
No journalist would ever speak like that. They're supposed to be unbiased, right? And he says this, and Trump goes, I like this guy. And he looks over at some guy named Roger. He goes, right, Roger? Because that's what Trump does, right? He has to focus on a rich friend that's in the audience. Right, Roger? He says, I like this guy. We need to keep this guy around. So what they did was they placed people to ask questions that were softball questions that he could bullshit about. And then he went into this tirade, the same tirade of sending their worst, China virus, and attacking the Democrats. So, you know, until people start recognizing that it's repetition, and we're not getting anywhere with this administration,
Yep.
we're going into a recession very quickly.
Yes. Didn't he say we need to open the borders? I'm sure he misspoke, but he literally.
I'm not sure what that was all about, but he did say yes.
Okay.
I agree. We should open the borders.
But he said it yesterday. Yeah, I heard him. He was like, we need to open the borders. Okay. That dementia's sitting in. Yeah.
Girl, you sundown and faux show.
Right, Chris? Recession would be nice. Depression is the real problem. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. What are you waiting for? Let's go. Come on. Almost 800 people in here. You know there's Trump supporters in here. Come on. Stop being coward.
I was so proud of Val today. I just have to tell you guys, Val and Zeus's live today,
Yes.
totally, I felt like a proud sensei and that my Padawan had taken all of my energy
Right.
and used it because he sounded like...
He's like, we don't need to be nice to her. She's not a good person.
He sounded like Jem instead of Val. I loved it. I'm texting going, I'm so proud of you.
Because I had to sit there and listen to that for 20 minutes before I came up, and I'm like, oh my, I was mad by the time I got to the floor.
You're like, oh, shut up. You're not a good person. We don't have to be nice to you.
He said, you know, I can be nice to you. I was like, we don't have to be nice to her.
Yep.
Absolutely not.
Dude, that fruitcake had turned into a brick about 8 years ago.
I've heard a lot of weird things come out of people's mouth. She was so far down a rabbit hole, you couldn't possibly pull her out of it.
No. She was gone. She's what I call gone. Just gone.
I wanted to ask her if she knew what center Earth actually looked like.
Oh my God. Oh, she sounded like she was probably married to the guy he was talking to on Mishi's Live.
Fair enough.
I conjure the same image in my head.
And do you guys realize she kept saying 40,000 hours of research? Is that 4 years and 7 months research that she claimed she was doing?
Oh my
that
God.
would have to be a whole clock to do 30,000 hours. That's 4 years and 7 months.
She was concerned about the missing children. Oh, they're always so concerned about those missing children. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I request if I can produce a marriage license to Laura Loomer? Chris, you are killing me in these comments. Oh my God. If you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. Jesus Christ. Wusses? Come have a conversation. How hard is that? How hard is that? Oh, let me finish out really quick some of the other continuing resolutions that the Republicans shot down. I was going through the list of them with DJ, but I stopped at that. There was a couple more that I just needed to, I wanted to say that Republicans voted for, or excuse me, voted against to add to the continuing resolution. The 2180, Senate Amendment 2180, to prevent DOGE from closing Social Security offices, preserving access to benefits for seniors and peoples with disabilities. Republicans voted that down.
I have no words.
$17 minimum, raise the minimum wage to $17. Voted down by the Republicans. Establish a deficit neutral reserve fund relating to stopping the Department of Agriculture from not honoring contracts with the farmers and farm serving organizations. Voted down by the Republicans. And the last one, I did my homework. I had all these ready today. You proud of me? Saved every one of them. And the last one was this one, listen to this one. Establish a deficit neutral reserve fund relating to preventing the use of proceeds from public land sales to reduce the federal deficit. Voted that down.
Wow.
Aren't they always talking about the deficit? The deficit. Prevent the use of proceeds from public land sales to reduce the federal deficit. Voted against it.
I want to know what this constant conversation he keeps having, or others in Congress keep having, where they talk about the economy. Excuse me. I swallowed my spit wrong. How they keep saying that Biden went from the economy. It recovered everything. He was building the economy. It was on an uptick. So where in the world do these people to eat shit? We know causes more harm.
I know.
Math is a problem, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these people do not understand. Even simple math is a problem. I mean, he took this. This is a guy that put an equation on a piece of paper and wrote 3 lines down for one. For literally the numeral 1.
My God. What I also find equally as egregious, and I find it just so grotesque, that the IRS is giving ICE the information. We ask these immigrants to pay taxes, right? And come here and work, and they pay taxes. So they register for an ITIN number, and now all ICE can do, and now they're going to go in and they're going to get everyone who has an ITIN number and just start going and picking these people up. And then you have the guy, not Tom Homan, but the other guy that's part of the Department of Homeland Security, says he wants it to be like Amazon, where you have Amazon trucks in every neighborhood, but with human beings. He used those exact words. But instead of packages, picking up human beings.
Are you kidding?
No.
Guys, the last time something like that was practiced, you can actually go look at pictures of it, was the Great Depression.
In 1930s Germany.
No, that was 1930s here.
Oh, that's true, because the Japanese internment camps, right?
Well, not just that. I mean, that's how they picked up workers.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And on top of that, The press secretary yesterday said Trump is floating around the idea of sending U.S. citizens to El Salvador. He just has to try to look and see if it's legal first. U.S. citizens to El Salvadorian prisons. And he's like, but just the criminals, right? Just like the really bad criminals. But that's what they said about the immigrants too. And look what happened. Look what happened. People that weren't illegal are sent there. People who aren't criminals were sent there. This is very dangerous. And why they don't see it is beyond me. How do you not? You either have to be in such cognitive dissonance that it's like it's so horrific that you can't believe it because it's so bad. I can't wrap my mind around it. Hey, Chris, welcome.
Hey, Diva, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you? I haven't talked to you for a hot minute.
It's been a minute, yeah. I just when I come up, I know you're looking for opposition.
No, I start bringing friendlies at 6 o'clock, so.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you're good.
I just want to, what you guys are talking about right now, have you ever seen it's a kind of 6-part, I don't know, not docu-series, whatever, drama series on HBO Max. It's called The Plot Against America.
Thank you, Loretta. No, I haven't.
You should check it out. It's kind of like an alternative history kind of thing where FDR loses the 1940 election to Charles Lindbergh and the America First people. And what happens afterwards, it's
I wrote it down.
I really recommend it. It's only 6 episodes. It's basically a 6-hour movie. Definitely worth watching.
Okay.
The parallels to what happened, what could have happened back then, to what is happening right now is just stark and terrifying.
Well,
Yeah.
because of their love for the mustache man.
Yeah. I mean, it down right down to, Trump has Elon Musk. Lindbergh had Henry Ford. And Henry Ford, if you have never looked into all the people in the comments right now, look into what Henry Ford was all about in late 1930s, early 1940s.
Right, because he was an industrialist. Yeah.
It's called The Plot Against America.
The Plot Against America. Yeah, it's oh God, what's her name? She was the girl in Beetlejuice. What's her name? Oh,
I'm not sure.
Winona Ryder. Yeah, she's one of the big stars. But the acting, the writing, the way they really delve into what was happening back then and what could have happened and what almost happened, it is just amazing.
Probably terrifying to watch right now, right? Huh? Yikes. I wrote it down though because I love docuseries anyway.
Watch it in one weekend. It's only 6 episodes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I wrote it down so I can check it out.
But yeah, we're all living in the upside down. Speaking of Winona Ryder.
It's called The Plot Against America.
Yes.
The Plot Against America.
Correct.
They keep asking over and over in the comment section. So I'm just saying it out again. The Plot Against America.
Yeah, it's on Max. HBO Max, whatever.
HBO Max. Okay. Thank you, Loretta. Anything else, hon?
No, I'll jump down.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're doing these.
You had a picture you wanted to show us of rebar.
What's that?
Didn't you say you had a picture you wanted to show us of rebar?
Oh, no.
Ooh, Jim got a galaxy.
Got
Roxy. I saw that.
Thank you. I love you.
That was
I wish
Loretta.
that-
That was Loretta.
Loretta's on a mission.
Oh, Val got one.
Whatever. I got 14.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
All right, guys, keep up the good work.
Thanks, Chris. We'll talk to you later.
He literally wrote that though in the comments. He said, "Don't you guys want to see a picture of rebar through my skull?"
Oh, he was saying also, he goes, can I request to come up if I say I got bit by a great white shark? Like he was saying all kinds of crazy stuff, trying to get me to bring him up.
Yeah. That's why I said I wanted to see it, and then he couldn't produce it. Fraud.
Fraud, waste, and abuse. Hold on. Okay, I have a subscriber I gotta bring up. If you I thought, okay. Oh, they're connecting. Okay. Oh, I only need 4 more of the star maps for my goal. If you guys want to help support my live, I got my live gift goal up there. I need 4 more. My Cash App and Venmo's right here on the little banner, right here. If you want to help support my live, Cash App and Venmo, I really appreciate. Thank you, Loretta.
Keep waiting for me to put the little gold heart thing up because I give the now wait, make sure we're not in one of the.
I know, right? Oh, thank you, Loretta.
Thank you, Loretta. Thank you for everybody who's given a gift. See how nice I am?
Thank you, Loretta. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. On behalf of Val and myself, I'll thank you since he doesn't have manners.
I said thank you to Loretta. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody else. And don't think I didn't notice how this is actually working. This audience is working really hard to keep us equal up here, just so you know.
They are.
Equal rights.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for all the gifts. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And I know that Val and Jem do as well. All right, let me get the next. Hold on one second. Let me bring up from here. Can I?
Oh,
Yes.
Cookie, we know, love. This is a recovery mode. Straight up. Recovery mode. Recovery, for sure. It's never going to recover what they lost, though. And I'm Val, you know what I'm curious about?
Thank you.
Is I wonder how long it's going to take when investigations start to happen in this country about how much they actually stole from the American people. That's where my brain is on.
That's where my brain is too.
Oh, 100%.
Today was huge, right?
Yeah.
Today was huge. Nelson, are you with us?
You're being mean now. I see how it is.
Hi, Diava.
Hey, hon, how are you?
Jim, how about?
How's it going? Well, so
I'm okay. I was just sitting right here listening to you, and I tapped, and I came up. But I can't. The fact that he was golfing when the fourth serviceman came into Dover, that really ticked me up. As a veteran and anybody else who's ever served this country, that should leave a bad taste in me. them out.
Yeah, that's another thing that should have upset all Americans, right? Or all
Should everybody.
Yeah.
I got kicked smack all the way out.
Hey, missed you, Jen.
Thank you, love.
Anyway, you'll have a good day. I'm gonna drop down.
You too, hon.
All right now.
Oh my God, this thing is pissing me off so hard. Thank you, Nelson. It kicked me all the way off. It just, my whole screen just went black and it started over like I had left. But I could see on my backup that I was still on. So I hit go live again and then I had to hit resume.
You
Weird.
just look like you got a call.
I didn't. I know. It was so weird. Okay. Anywho's admitting, or let me bring on the next guest. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, Mona Lisa's the default background. That's why Mona Lisa comes up every time you put up.
I know. I didn't do that, by the way. We had the Mona Lisa. I don't think the military is on his side. I mean, I know Pete Hegseth is, but I don't think that the military would go for illegal orders.
Well, so there was some reporting done somewhere today, and I'm trying to remember where it was, that they did a survey between 19 and 29-year-olds today.
Oh.
I didn't realize that's January 20th on really, which is
Gen Z.
Gen Z, what's really Gen Z. On the 20th, he was 50. It was 52%, 52% approved, 42% disapproved. Today, or when that broke out after this survey, 68% disapproved.
Oh. Wow. How come I get all the little red-pilled incels on my live, though?
It was only 22% because we're getting that 22%, right?
I guess.
So it was only 22. It was only 22% that approved.
Wow. Guess people don't really want a dictator, huh?
You're young and you don't know what you're voting for, right? Now you found out.
Yep. Who's in the box? Straw.
Hey, how's it going, Diab? You probably didn't recognize. I wasn't sure if you could recognize because I've got a different profile picture than I usually do. But how's everybody doing on this midweek of an even crazier shit show that we've got?
Nothing even surprises me, to be honest with you, anymore. It's like every day I wake up and like, what fresh hell awaits today?
It's like I remember seeing the movie back after I got out of high school, the movie Idiocracy, and I'm like, I never thought that I'd be living this. The only thing I would much more prefer is our president being Terry Crews, because I'm like, Trump, Terry Crews is actually hilarious.
Right? Nothing this guy does is funny at all.
Exactly. It's like exactly, and it's just I'm just hanging strong, and I hope whoever was in the path of the large amount of storms that ripped through the southeast is doing fine, because we got pummeled here in Tennessee.
I saw a lot of Tennessee was underwater.
Yeah, good. There was definitely quite a bit of flooding. We were actually prepared to leave because we live near a creek over where I live, and luckily it didn't happen. But we were without power for like 5-6 hours that night. Thankfully, it's that stretch where the weather's kind of cool at night, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot more bearable, but it's one of those where it's just like, when's the power coming back on? And then, but yeah, it just seems it's just like, you know what? When it rains, it freaking pours.
Literally.
Exactly. But
Kentucky got hit hard too.
Mm-hmm.
Where's FEMA? Has FEMA showed up?
I don't. I haven't looked into it yet, just because it's just been one thing after another.
Has Trump said a single word?
Not that I heard.
Yeah.
Not that I heard. I mean, well, then again, he might have said it for a lot of the red areas, because where I live in Tennessee, it's very blue.
I haven't said
So,
shit. I haven't heard nothing.
yeah,
They're defunding FEMA. They're taking money and funds from FEMA. So these people aren't even going to get the help that they need.
Yep, and it's absolutely just it's sad, but it's not surprising. But and at least it's nice to know that at least it's some shred of hope that there's at least finally some Republicans that have a spine in Congress. I wish it was a little bit more, but I mean, it's better than nothing, and let's just hope that's the silver lining that we've been waiting on the otherwise rust-covered shit show that we've got. But
I'm in Florida. We always get hit with hurricanes, so we're going to be fucked.
oh yeah, my late father actually grew up in Florida. He would talk about a lot of what him and his brother would actually did, when they were kids down in Florida, and he would, so when it came to like what was to expect when it comes to hurricanes, that's why when he knew that we were going to get a lot of rain, especially for hurricanes, he would prepare because a lot of times our basement would leak, so he had a whole system set up to where he would make sure that like no rain would get in our basement. But I'm like, he would tell me stories about a lot of the hurricanes that he actually dealt with when he was a kid.
Yep.
So, and it's honestly and I would take anybody's word for that because I'm never going to have to survive through a hurricane. I think some of the biggest couple of storms that I've never had to deal with was the tornadoes that we had ripped through downtown Nashville back in the early '90s. I was in 4th grade at that time, or the tornadoes that ripped through in early 2020 before everything shut down from C-19.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived in Florida. I'll be 53 next month. I've lived in Florida my entire life. I've been through every hurricane in the last 53 years.
Right.
Now, I'm not in South Florida, so I didn't go through like Andrew and like the ones that were just like total devastation and like Fort Myers and like I'm in the Orlando, Central Florida area, so we don't get hit as hard as the coastal communities do. But they're scary as shit. That much I can tell you. And every single storm that comes through, I lose my power for at least a week, and it's annoying as hell.
Right. Yeah. And I've heard all this. I've heard all the stories from Florida now, even more with all the stuff coming out of Florida. It's like, yeah, that sounds about the Florida norm. Like, at first I thought my old man was exaggerating when he would tell me about how there'd be a lot of cases where people with tennis courts would wake up one morning and there's an alligator sunbathing on the tennis court.
Oh, for sure.
Or an alligator swimming in their pool.
Yep, that's true.
It's like that's absolutely mind-boggling. The more I look it up, especially now when I look it up, I'm like, wow, Florida is really just the United States version of Australia. There's a lot of things that will unalive you.
A lot of people think they have, what I'm saying, they have the glass, the glass houses around their pools for storms.
Sun protection and storm, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually to protect from things getting in their pool.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. But as I've seen it, every state has their issues when it comes to like just weather and wildlife in general. It just seems that most states the weather is very bipolar. We're in that lovely period where it's wanting to be spring, but it seems like Mother Nature still wants to be winter. Either that or Mother Nature's probably just off her meds. Either way, because it was in the 30s this morning and frost with frost on the cars, and then it's almost 70 now.
Yeah, I have a couple of days ago it was 87, 88 degrees, and today overnight it got down to like 58, and today it only got up to like 70. So it doesn't know if it wants to be hot or cold here yet either.
Exactly,
but
and that's right. That's what I was going to bring up, and then I'll go because it's one of the things that and it was in the early parts when there was the whole oopsie-doopsie that he didn't admit when he said that the person that they sent down to El Salvador from Maryland was an administrative mistake.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was on your live or somebody else's live, but they were actually justifying it. It's like saying, well, they made a mistake. You're acting like you're so perfect that you've never made mistakes. It's like, no, it's not that they made the mistake. It's that they need to be held accountable.
Correct.
Like we
Yes.
all make mistakes. We've all been held accountable for it. Like a perfect example for me for a mistake that I made that really was a big mistake on my part because I didn't pay attention and I was in my mid-20s, so I was still in that stage where I didn't really pay attention much as a kid. As I rear-ended somebody, they didn't get hurt, thankfully, but I rear-ended them, and I was in a 2000 Toyota Camry, and they were in a Mercedes. And I didn't have insurance at the time because I didn't pay attention, realized that my insurance dropped me. So pretty much I had to pay back almost $9,000 in a span of over 5 years, $150 a month. Did it suck? Yes. Did it make me learn? Yes. I made a mistake.
Heck yeah, you did.
I paid for it, and I was held accountable, and I owned up to it as an adult should.
Yep.
And we've got a man who's going to be all over 80 by the time he leaves office, hopefully, especially with the third terms thing. So it's just like, but the thing is, this is a bigger mess than just a rear end in a car accident. Like this is literally somebody's life.
Well, this is all. That's that young man's life. I was watching an interview with his wife today, and she just looks broken. Poor thing. I can't even imagine.
Especially with the fact that with the prison that he was sent to in El Salvador, it's like I actually looked a lot of what is up, and my jaw absolutely dropped.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and it's also funny where they always say it's like, well, you've never made a mistake before. It's like, where was that same energy for a lot of the lives lost in Afghanistan withdrawal that everyone always, condemns Biden for? Like,
yep.
where was all this like, oh, he mishandled that, and it's like, where's that same energy? He made a mistake. What if we had said that? But no, we hold people accountable, as you freaking should.
Correct. And to be my personal opinion, and this is my opinion, I always say when it's my opinion, I think the reason why they're trying so arduously not to bring him back, like, first of all, that's just cruel as fuck. But second, I think either he is no longer with us, and they know that it's going to cause a fucking massive shitstorm here in the United States if this guy has been unalived, or if he's not, they don't want him talking.
Yep.
Talking about the conditions, talking about what happened to him, talking about the process, talking about all that. They don't want him to talk. So they would rather leave him in this concentration camp. They'd rather leave him in this place where they have known human rights abuses, because either he's no longer with us, or they don't want him to talk.
Agreed. I agree. And again, I agree. I do see the logic in your opinion. I'm not going to make that the 100%. It is an opinion. TikTok is for
that is 100% my opinion only. Yep.
Exactly. It is opinion only. But and like the whole thing with this Friday where he went to some kind of schmoozy golf event over the
dignified transfer.
Thank you. I stumbling on my words and everything. And at first, like, I was definitely a little irritated at the whole incident way back when the looking at his watch incident with Biden. I'm like, well, that seems kind of odd. Why were you so focused on checking the time?
They railed him for hours and hours and hours on right-wing TV about how disrespectful Biden was for looking at the watch his son gave him that also unalived as a soldier.
Yeah, I didn't know that was his son's watch. I'm like, you know what?
Yes.
That makes, for that kind of event, that makes sense. It wasn't that he was checking the time. It's just like, and I understand that because if I had a family heirloom and I was at a situation where it was the same thing that happened to that loved one, I would be looking at that.
Yes.
At that as kind of like, so it made sense. And it's like, I know normally we hear a lot of the times like, well, you need to look at the context of this and context of that, but that's definitely a good moment where you need to take a look at the context of that. So
correct. Context does matter in a lot of situations.
So Straw, are you saying that you judged Biden for that as well?
I didn't judge him like MAGA did, but I just thought it was kind of weird. It was like, why would he look at his watch like that? But it's one of those things where
well, can I remind Trump administration, where he sent Pence in the first administration. And let's just remind everybody, since there's 540 people in here, he didn't even bother to show up last week when the 4 soldiers returned home under his watch, and neither did JD Vance.
Yep.
Oh, exactly. No,
So the America first mentality of putting America first and putting people who serve this nation with integrity and honor first, neither he nor Vance showed up, and he was playing golf with the Saudis, a foreign country. So let's make sure when we tell that story in the future, we make a cross comparison so everybody knows that Trump doesn't bother to show up for any dignified transfers.
I completely agree. I mean, we're also still talking about the same guy who said, I prefer soldiers who weren't captured, referring to John McCain.
That's true.
Yeah. And I've never served in the military. There was a time when I was going to serve in the Air Force, but I was having some difficulty getting some documents I was trying to get a hold. But I also took a long, hard look at myself and realized, am I doing this for others, or am I actually doing it for myself? Am I doing it because I want to, or am I trying to do it to please other people and all that? And that's one of those things where it's just like, going into the military, regardless of branch, is a big decision for people.
Sure.
And it's also when it comes to going in, serving in the military for what you inevitably have to do, it's a big sacrifice. That's why a lot of times I really hate vehemently whenever I hear a lot of MAGA people, like whenever they glorify or what's the other word I'm thinking of? Well, I'll just go with glorify. That's the only thing I can think of, where they glorify words where it's like you're only seeing it from the sense you're treating it like it's an action movie, and it's not.
Yep.
I mean, if you're really wanting a movie that actually has a really great portrayal of the messed up side of war, one I can think of, Saving Private Ryan.
Oof, that's brutal. I can't watch that movie. I mean, I watched it. I had to turn my head a lot, but yeah, romanticizing of violence. That's a good way of putting it, Birds for Equity. Romanticizing of violence.
Thank you, romanticizing. Thank you.
That's a perfect word. Yep. Saving Private Ryan is a hard watch. I can't do gore, so it's really hard for me.
Right.
But I watched it. But yeah, it's an ugly. It's not. War's not pretty.
No, it is. No, it is not. It is. And it was like, and
We got a flash goal. Everybody, we got a flash goal real quick of the heart or the roses. Excuse me. So if you want to knock out this quick, it came at the end. Usually it comes at the beginning. But if you want to smash out this little flash goal that TikTok just popped up, feel free.
Right. But I'm gonna go on ahead and go.
All right, Straw. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Y'all have a wonderful day. As usual, I love how you just absolutely rip into these MAGA cultists. Val, you're awesome. And Jem, this is the first time that I've actually been able to be up here while you were on it. I've watched you for months when you just absolutely just cooked and ate these cultists and didn't leave any crumbs, and keep doing what you're doing. And y'all have an absolutely wonderful day. And
You too.
Thank you, Straw.
I don't normally do this on Wednesdays, but drinks out for everybody. Have a good rest of the week.
I'll take you up on that. Thanks. I'll have one. That's funny. Thank you guys. I think did we knock it out? Did we knock it out? I can't tell. Oh, two more roses.
I didn't really say. It was weird. Because normally it puts it up top.
I know. It says I need 2 more roses. I'm going to bring up Mitria so she has time to come up before she does her show. She doesn't have to come up the last few minutes right before. Oh, yeah, she asked me cut too. I just remembered. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Mitria. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was being patient.
I know. I even told you, yes, we even had a Oh, real quick. Justin, thank you for the $1 Venmo. Bruised knees plus a sore throat equals MAGA. Oh. Thank you for the Venmo, Justin. Okay, go ahead, Matria.
Hi, everybody. I asked Diava if I can come up today. Also, hello, Jen and Val. It's good to see you guys. I asked if I could come up today because
Unfortunately, if you don't ask for help, people don't know you need it. And I am in need of a little bit of assistance for those of you that are kind enough to offer. I came home yesterday after paying a bunch of bills and running some errands, and got a letter that said my food benefits have been cut down to $23 for the month.
For the month?
And for the month. And that is happening this month. So I thought I'd be getting around 100 later on in the month. I'll be getting 23. And I
Yikes.
budgeted just enough to get me through until the 11th when I usually get my food benefits. Then paid all of my bills, and now, boom, I'm going to be in a situation. So if anybody is willing or able to assist, I do have my Cash App and Venmo in my link tree. I would really appreciate any help. You get $10 for 3 kids. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, last time I applied when I lost my job and I had the kids, I applied because my kids got to eat. I applied for it and they said that I was eligible for $9 a month.
Wow.
With 2 kids.
I don't know. That is insanity, and I'm sorry that
I mean, I don't get it anymore, obviously, but I'm just saying at the time when I needed it, it was $9 a month. And I'm like, that doesn't help. I mean, I know that sounds like I'm being ungrateful, but like with kids, that's like a gallon of milk, of bread, and maybe eggs or something. Like $9 isn't going to go far for a whole month.
No, and honestly, I mean, I'll say I wasn't struggling on $100 a month for help with
That's
that.
still low.
Between that and disability, and then I pay most of my disability to live in the hotel I live in because I can't find a permanent residence anywhere that will take me. So it's definitely rough. Like, I'm spending a lot of money in ridiculous places. Thank you so much for the $25 I just got.
Aww.
I appreciate that. It will help me get through. Like, if I had budgeted it, if I had known it was going to come before I got that letter, then I would have budgeted appropriately. I'm not that dumb, And I came home, opened up that letter, and I was like, what?
Is it because the federal funds are taken away, so you're just getting whatever state funds they have? Or did they not say?
They didn't really give a full-on reason, but it was definitely, I think it was probably because of the federal funds, but also they said that they were reevaluating me because of my COLA increase, cost of living increase, for my disability. I'm curious to know how my cost of living increase, which was like $20 or $30 or whatever, meant that I no longer get any benefits.
Right. Oh, you get an extra $25. We're going to take $75 of food assistance away.
Right.
That makes no sense.
Like, well, I guess $23, will get me a lot of ramen. So.
Yeah, but that's not nutritious.
Right, but then I have a sodium problems.
I was going to say it's survival, but it's not good.
Right. So, but I have gotten some contributions. Thank you all. I saw them coming through moving quickly, so I wasn't able to get all of the names. But I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I knew that I could come to Diava's community and ask for a little bit of help because you guys really are kind and you do great things. And this is an excellent community, so I definitely appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. That's why I told you, of course. You're like, can I come? I'm like, absolutely. So if you guys would like to help support Matria for food, I mean, Jesus Christ, food. Like, it's literally food. She has a link tree in her bio. If you guys would like to assist her, I mean, like, literally, if everybody sent $1, if everybody sent 50 cents, like, literally, there's 475 people in here. Should be fine for food for a little bit. Matria, when I get off of here, I'll send you some. When I get off, but yeah, it's food, people.
I mean, every little bit.
Richard, put it in.
Put it in It's just Mitria Angelo is all.
There we go. It's in the comment section, everybody. Mitria Angelo.
That Venmo and Cash App are both the same, so I appreciate everybody. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was quite the surprise, and I was like, it's really funny because I was having one of those days where I was like, oh wait, I did really good adulting today.
And then you came home to that and you're like, wah, 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 wah.
Exactly. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't do good adulting today. I guess this is one of those times that adulting didn't matter.
Everyone's telling you can appeal the decision, but I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I know. I can call them and find out. The last time I did try to appeal a decision with them, I got a lot of lip service, just so everybody knows. And so I don't have a lot of faith in it. Plus, with the cuts to the spending, and I think a lot of states are probably preparing for those cuts. I felt like I don't know if this is going to go through. But next month, I will know what I have available.
Right.
And I won't be spending it all at once.
Oh my God.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh my God, you got the future encounter. Holy moly. That was awesome.
I love me a future encounter.
I love you.
Yeah, I'd like to get up. I mean, this is terrible. I don't like where we're at.
I know.
But no, you guys have been so awesome. Thank you. I hadn't seen these coming through. I appreciate all of the kindness. Thank you guys so much.
Of course, my love.
You don't know how much it means to me. I was like, how can I make a little bit of extra money without doing anything illegal? So, because I don't want to go around, but I appreciate.
That's why a lot of people think that they have to send like $5 or $20 or $10 or $20 or $50, like a lot of money. I'm like, if all 400 people in here sent $1, you'd be set for a while. That's why I was like, even if it's 50 cents, it's like every little bit helps because it all adds up so fast.
It does.
And it doesn't put anybody out a lot of money. So
Right.
I absolutely didn't mind you. I don't mind you asking.
Thank you. I appreciate all of the kindness. Please absolutely also support Diva. This is one of the reasons that we like having her around as well. She brings a community together that if one of us does need help, the rest of us can step up. So, Diva,
Absolutely.
again, I really appreciate it.
Of course.
I will go ahead and drop down so you can get to the rest of your friendlies.
Okay.
Thank you all so very much. I really do appreciate you. Jem, it's lovely to see you again. I feel like the family's back. I love you. I hope things are going well. Val, again, hello and goodbye. I love you too. It's good seeing you.
He's all right.
Leave your brother alone, ma'am.
I can't. I have to flick him in the ear once in a while, or if he gets on my ear.
That's right. I like that. Well, thank you all. I appreciate it again. You guys have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye, Demetria. Thank you.
Dr. Sasha.
Thank you guys for those that contributed to Demetria. Demetria is one of my mods. She's been here from the jump. She comes up every time I need her. She's a very wonderful part of our community, and I really appreciate you helping her. So I want to say thank you from me for helping her. Who the hell can eat on $23 a month? That's insane.
And for those of you who don't know Demetria's story, she had a stroke, so she does need the help, and it's really important that we support people who support us.
Exactly. And she's
Right,
and she's currently homeless. She lives in a hotel. So it's not like she's got this opportunity to like do much to raise extra funds for herself or anything like that. So Demetria is a wonderful person. So when she asked if she could reach out to help on my live today, I'm like, of course. No hesitation. Topher, where are you? You're not connecting.
And I think this is a good opportunity to remind people lot of us are going to be falling on hard times. So it's really important. Go to the grocery store and get dry goods. So get dried beans, dried peas, pasta, even instant potatoes are way cheaper. They last longer. And I know that it may not be something you want to eat, but when you're hungry, those instant potatoes taste amazing with just enough butter and a little bit of milk. So just make sure that you're remembering that dry goods stay in a pantry. They last longer. And in a pinch, they do really, really well. For those of us who have lived in poverty, as I have myself, being the youngest of 11 kids, I know what going hungry feels like. And I would rather eat ramen and dried flakes and instant milk if I had to than to go hungry. So Spam, yeah. Canned meats, getting canned tuna, getting canned Spam, canned ham, the little ones at the dollar store. Believe me, there are people that here in the U.S. that pack those and ship them to third world countries for family members. And those to them are an entire meal for a week. So just remember that right now we're in really, really precarious times. Yeah, boxed mac and cheese and tuna. Exactly.
My kids won't eat beans. There's a lot of things they won't eat. And it's really tough when you have special needs kids because they have aversions to certain foods. But they will eat the hell out of ramen. So that's all I have. I can throw some veggies in a ramen bowl and we'll call it a day. So they won't starve.
Yeah, it's funny. My son's girlfriend the other day was talking about how much she hated Parmesan cheese, the kind that you get in a container. And I said, you know what's funny? When you're poor and Parmesan cheese is the only cheese you can have, it can make meals go from bland to grand. So keeping it on hand is really important, that container of Parmesan cheese. So just recognizing that sometimes we get so comfortable in having that when we don't have, we forget that there are people that are going hungry that have nothing. So if it's Parmesan cheese or nothing, you go with the Parmesan cheese.
No, I agree. I 100% agree. And I think we are all very, very, very spoiled. I mean, we as Americans are very spoiled. I've always been poor. I'm just going to say it. I mean, even growing up. I mean, I got married at 19, had my first kid at 21. I was on the struggle bus my entire life. I know how to struggle. I'm going to be okay. But it's going to be hard because we're spoiled. We're used to being those, just run over to McDonald's if you want something, or just run over here if you want something, or run over here if you want something. Well, you're not going to be able to afford that stuff. I've been poor. That's not a big thing. I mean, it's not a big thing. Lisa, thank you for the $10 cash app. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I watch every weekday. Oh, June Bugs. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. A 49ers freak. How are you? I gotta run to the bathroom. I'm trying to wait, but I don't know if I can.
No, go.
Okay, I'll be right back at 49er. I'm not leaving because of you.
Oh, no, you're good. I get it. Actually, I just wanted to come up at first because I was going to say something about Social Security, but then seeing Lessa come up and everything, I honestly just wanted to say I understand where they're coming from because, of course, I'm on EBT myself and everything, and, with my disability and everything, that, everyone always thinks whenever we get our COLA increase every year that we're somehow living in a lap of luxury and whatnot, and we're really not, because the last time I got a really big our COLA increase when we all did, I think in 2023 or 2024, I got about a $40 increase that was instantly wiped out because not only did it reduce my EBT benefits, but it raised my rent because I'm on HUD housing. And so because of that, as soon as my new rate kicked in March, realistically, COLA only gave me $10
Oh my God.
a month for the year. That was it. So get like $500 from COLA every month for the next year. No, we really don't. We don't get squat. And that's under anyone. That's not just Democrat, Republican. That's under anyone. And also in regards to when Diva, you were talking about that Social Security thing, I just wanted to say, as someone who is on Social Security, on EBT, on everything I'm on, this is anecdotal. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth. When I was first going live and I was talking about Social Security and being upset by it, this is why. Because people just think that, with everything going on with Social Security, everything's going to be hunky-dory.
Right.
And it's really not. People don't seem to understand that even if those 7,000 people that were let go aren't the actual customer reps that we had to deal with on the phone and wait for hours to get to,
Yep.
those are the people that do the work behind the scenes with applications and things like that. And now
Right.
they are no longer there. So customer service isn't suddenly going to be doing those apps, guys. So whenever anyone who is disabled is telling you why they are worried, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or whatever, don't ignore them. Don't tell them that they're going to be okay. We have a right to be concerned.
Yes.
So when we tell you why we are, don't ignore us. Don't just tell us that everything's going to be okay. Because for us, it's not. So I just wanted to come up and say that, just because everyone, again, just think with all this going on with Social Security, that it's not going to affect us. Kind of like you were talking about your parents. That's like, just because you think it's not going to affect you, doesn't mean it's not going to affect you.
Yeah, I agree.
So I just wanted to come up and say that real quick because, given what a lot of people are saying about Social Security and how it's going to be, just fine and we don't have to all worry about it, it's like, no, we all have to worry about it, and there are reasons why we are, especially like, with just other daily costs that are, going to skyrocket because of everything going with China. Because, mind you, I am someone who takes medications every day. And if Trump really goes through with his pharmaceutical tariffs,
Yep.
that could put a lot of trouble on me, So I just wanted to come up and say that because I just really want people to hear it a lot, that when people who are disabled are telling you that they are worried, don't ignore them, don't blow them off, don't tell them they're going to be okay. Because that's not your right to tell us how to feel.
I agree.
All right, well, I guess go ahead, Dan. I just wanted to say
I 100% agree. And I know I like you to have your voice because I think it's so important. Because I think people don't realize how much this is going to affect people's everyday life. They think that, which we hear all the time on here, that only it's immigrants and it's all this kind of stuff that's getting all the benefits. And it's like, no, it's actually real people like you who are born with the condition that you have. You're not disabled through any fault of your own. Most disabled people aren't. But I'm just saying it's the lot you were handed in life, and you should be able to be taken care of and be able to live. And so for them to do this, it affects real people. And yes, for the people that are asking in the comment section, he is talking about putting tariffs on pharmaceuticals because he said he wants to manufacture them here. How the fuck we're going to manufacture all this shit here when we have no manufacturing plants to do it is well beyond me, but he's dumb. So that's where we are.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, because it's like, even with like dentures, for example, like I had to get them a fix again because they broke back in March, and my insurance won't cover them anymore for the rest of the year. So anytime I had to get my dentures fixed now, up until December, I had to pay out of pocket. And if I had to worry about my Social Security at the same time as that, that's not good. So that's why I wanted to say that about Social Security, because it's like, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
So don't blow them off and tell them they're going to be fine because you aren't us, and you don't get to tell us what we need to be worried about when we are the ones who are disabled.
Correct.
That's the things we do.
It's your survival. I mean,
Well, and I'm going to say something that's going to sound harsh, but I think people need to understand that that's exactly what they're trying to
oh,
do.
I know.
It's the same thing that they did with COVID, right? They didn't want to give people who were elderly treatment, or they were using the excuse that they had underlying conditions as to why they were getting sick. And the truth of the matter is that the greediest of this nation, this MAGA party under this administration, is wanting to see elderly and infirmed unalive. That's what they want. They want to take away from the neediest Americans so that they can have more. Because what they have when they're millionaires and billionaires and this first yacht isn't enough, they want 2 yachts or 3 yachts because they're greedy and they don't care about their fellow American. They don't care about the impoverished little kid that needs, just a meal a day at school so that they can get to the next day, so they can grow into a leader, so that they can become something greater. And I think it's really important that we stop making this less than and start calling it what it is. And it really is trying to harm the people who are considered less than in this country when we as American citizens know that Social Security income and health protections were put into place in this country so that American citizens who did not have the ability were provided some dignity and the families that cared for them support. And we need to start talking about that. Call it out for what it is.
Yeah, and that's why for years, really for years, since I've been in my mid-20s, the one thing I've realized as a disabled adult on Social Security is that, and this doesn't go for everyone, I know it doesn't, but as a whole, society looks at disabled people as nothing more than a scourge on society because we are a burden. They don't want to take care of us. And if they do, they'll just do the bare minimum to say, hey, you know what, we are taking care of you, so sit down.
So be quiet and be grateful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I think a lot of them see you as, and I don't. Please, I hope you know I don't. I have a disabled child. A lot of them see you as a burden on society that you just take, that you don't contribute. And that's so wrong. And it's so grotesque. But you're right. This administration doesn't care. They see people that are getting these, what they call entitlements.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to have to take care of people anymore because they think that you're just a burden. You're just draining up money. And I just think it's just horrific.
Yeah, and that's what's always so funny to me is because even when I do my life and I mention my disability, so many MAGA tell me to just go get a job. They're telling a physically disabled person to just go get a job.
Yep.
They think it's so easy for me to do.
Yeah, it's disgusting the way it's not just disabled, it's our elderly, it's our, you know what I'm saying? It goes on and on.
Right.
And and I want people to remember something because everybody goes entitlements and the right tries to make it this bad word, right? If you are entitled to it, it's because you earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I always tell people because they always just say, I'm a slacker, I'm lazy, I haven't done anything to earn my benefits. And it's like, but did you realize because of that, I received both SSI and SSDI. I received both because I have enough work credits to actually get both.
Exactly.
So I find what I need to do to be able to get what I do receive. Now, is it much? No. I make $12,500 a year. That's it. That's all I get. And the only time it changes is that I have a job or a COLA. So when people just think that, I'm just lazy, it's like, no, I had to think about my health. I had to think about not going over when I have a job so I don't run
And they would take away all your benefits.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
many things. I need to do that to someone on Medicaid that needed Medicaid to survive. It's not as easy as people think. So that's why I just wanted to come up because, I really, I do beat this a lot, but it just seems like it just needs to be said because a lot of people just think that disabled are just lazy, don't want to do anything, and just need to sit down and shut up. And I'm just fed up with that. So.
Well, that's why I give you a voice, my friend, because your voice needs to be heard. It's important.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're
All right,
welcome.
I'll go ahead and
Thank you.
But thanks for letting me up. Yeah, you appreciate it.
Of course. Anytime. Thank you. I can't imagine just feeling like all of society feels like. I mean, I know all of society doesn't, but like they're already disabled. Like you just could keep kicking them while they're down. Like it's gross, man.
Right. And that's exactly right.
It's just gross. I would go into his lives a lot when he first started doing his lives because he's right. MAGA would be in the comments, and even the ones that would come up to the box, they're like, just get a job. Why don't you just go get a job? If you can go over here, if you can be on TikTok, you can do something else, And they were like, just get a job. You look fine. And they were just railing him all the time. So I would just be in there every day just to smack them down because it pissed me off because they're so uncaring. It's the same people that have like God, country, and family in their bios telling disabled people that they're lazy and need to get a job. It's fucking gross. Just Dee, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Apparently I'm tired.
I love this panel. This panel is amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I had to fight for my seat in heaven all day today. This live, Johnny's live, Zeus's live, I think Mishi's live. These people are insane. I didn't get into Zeus's live or Mishi's live today, so I get to.
Oh.
Gee. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. And I don't remember the dude. I'm not even gonna say gentleman, but the dude, the dolphin person. Oh my goodness! I went to his profile.
Ew.
This guy is scary. Like it was disgusting. I'm like, what is this?
Just like when I was on his main page, I was like going, oh my God. And then I went to his following list. I went, oh my.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people, refer to dolphins. This guy is the definition textbook of what we talk about.
I mean,
Ew.
and Val, you were on Zeus's live with that Danny character. Oh my God. I almost threw my phone. Like, this will be, I couldn't. I'm like, I cannot believe this thing. When she said she was from Florida, Diava, you know what I was thinking? Like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm just like,
I was watching that too.
Gotta tell you, I'm in Central Florida.
Okay. Well, I mean, I
when they wake up and house their Fruit Loops with boxed wine, that's what comes out of their mouth.
But see, okay, so I am technically a Florida native. I was born in this state. Okay, I do not claim it because I was raised up north in Detroit. But I'm just like, this is why I was so glad my mom and daddy took me to Michigan to be raised. No offense to you Floridians, but I don't consider myself a Floridian. But good Lord, have mercy.
I'm a lifelong Floridian.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I live in the Matt Gates district, so it's like,
Ew.
she probably is my neighbor. How come I think this woman was my neighbor? I was like, she's probably my neighbor. Yeah.
Probably.
How come none of us hear about Val Demings anymore? Does anybody know what happened to her?
No, I do not know, and I have not heard about South in a while. You're correct.
I thought I saw something that she was running for mayor of Orlando, but maybe not. Hold on. Only because her husband. No, not her. No, her husband was the mayor. Oh, maybe I'm getting them mixed up.
Yeah, Jerry Demings, her husband.
Yeah.
Mayor. Yeah, but oh my goodness, y'all, I had to fight hard. And then the whole stock market thing. Oh my God, I was like, are you serious? I'm laughing, but I'm crying. I know I'm laughing, but I'm seriously crying because these people are gonna take that little 3,000 little push, and think it's actually something. They don't realize it's still down. It's still bad. They're
Yeah. Well, anything else, Justy? Because it's my time. It's up.
No, I just appreciate you guys. You guys got me saying today. I had a lot of prayers fighting. I really had to fight today for the seats. So I'm just saying.
Good job, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Take care. I almost said I love you. Bye. I'm so used to saying that, but I hung up with somebody. Oh my God. Oh, that was too funny. Because I was talking to Troy today. I was like, all right, I love you. Bye. I'm just so used to whenever I talk to my kid, somebody on the phone, I'm like, all right, I love you. Bye. That's funny. Sorry for everybody that didn't get up today. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of people still waiting. But I do have to go. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Jem. Thank you, Val, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for the cash apps, the Venmos, the taps, the likes, the love, the gifts, all of it. Just thank you for being here every single day. I couldn't do this every day without you. So I appreciate you so, so much. And we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it all over again. So thank you guys for being here. Mwah. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Hi over here on YouTube. Thank you guys on YouTube. Hi, bye, Tina. Laura, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern too. By Twitch, by YouTube. See you tomorrow. Love you. Mwah.